again. Have a wonderful, wonderful week so far. Yeah, I'm just making sure everything's right. Today we'll be doing a nice little painting. I hope you guys could follow along. If not, you can pull out the old easy chair and try to follow along with this painting. It's all up to you guys. I'm a mess. So I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a thin layer of the liquid white. Now the reason why you see this darker figure and all that is I grabbed a little bit of midnight black onto my 2-inch brush, and I just dabbled on the shape of what seems to be a tree, like just the silhouette, just to kind of have an idea of where I want to go with this painting. I don't want to forget everything that I'm doing. So right now, I just finished explaining it. But yeah, this is just so I can remember what's the things I do not want to forget for sure. The rest I can wing it, but yeah. Let me go into a little bit of phthalo blue. Phthalo blue onto my 2-inch brush. Tap it both sides, even distribution. And let's come up here. Plus that black stain I put, it goes away pretty easily. I just needed that to have that mental note. Okay. Don't forget, guys, live streams. Um, you guys can suggest something, whether it's a simple thing as a tree, a bird, or a mountain, or whatever you want to suggest. Feel free to leave it in the live chat, and I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. Just loading up my 2-inch brush, loading it up, and just going at this. There we are. Now let me fix up my sky a bit. There we go. There. Really just scrubbing on. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of bright red. Very little. A little bit of blue. Just to kind of not have it too bright. And some white. A little bit of white with that bright red and blue. Just a mixture. And maybe we just work our light source. You guys can create anything you want. I'm just here to teach you how to do certain things. You guys are individual painters. You guys are gonna like different things, or maybe you're just watching just to watch the channel and enjoy the content. All up to you guys. But um, if you're a painter, then I hope this helps you. Um, just a little bit more white there. It needs more blue. You have to step back quite often and analyze what you have and what works, what doesn't. I'm adding a little bit of crimson there. I want like a tone down, a little bit more red, just a little bit. But that liquid white will help kind of it lightens the colors, but it just helps with the appearance. You guys can spend 5 seconds on the sky, or you can be like me and just go over and over and over. And that's using big brushes. Now imagine using those small, tiny, flat brushes. Okay, a little more blue. I like to take my time on paintings that I think are worth it. And usually they're the humongous paintings. Those are the paintings I take longer and give it more time and effort. A little more blue. There. There we are. I think that's all right for today's painting. Let me just wipe off my brush and beat the axis. Let's come up here and just leave our light source there. Okay, that serves the purpose of today's sky. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but it has our light source right there in the center. Let's go ahead. You know what? No, not this brush. I was gonna use the how you call it? The 1-inch brush for a cloud, but I changed my mind. I'm gonna use a number 6 fan brush. Load up both sides of your brush full with titanium white or whatever color you're using. Just load it up. Let's come up here and don't let your don't let your watch. I'm tired, guys. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know what I'm saying today. Don't let your brush stop moving. Not your watch, not your stop or whatever. Just don't let your brush stop moving and you should be a-okay. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, load up your brush as many times as you have to. And just using the corner really. Now, let's come up here, clean off and wipe off my 2-inch brush a bit. I want it with a little bit of blue, but not too much. And just blend out that base. Lift upwards, kind of in a circle motion a bit. And go across, ever so lightly. I forgot to zoom in. Usually I zoom in, and I forgot this time. Now, what I'm going to do is grab a little bit of midnight black and titanium white. Now, I'm just gonna cut a roll. It's a nice gray color. Let me get close so you guys can see that. Let me load up some more. Okay, that's better. Get that nice gray color. Now, let's come up here and I'm just adding some shadows. I need shadows on this cloud, at least in my opinion. Okay. Let me clean off my knife. And just take off any texture it might pick up. There. Go across ever so lightly. Just soften that. There. I like to tap it out a bit just to kind of diffuse it more. I'm really gonna take my time into base. Hopefully not long enough like that 1.5 hour long video. I think that was a little too long. See, I always told people around me, oh, the thing about me is I'm gonna do paintings quick in half an hour and all that. And they went, like, didn't you say half an hour? I said, yeah, but I was having so much fun, and that happens. But I said, all right, I gotta manage my time better. Just really tap the base down a bit, lift up, go across. That's a beautiful cloud right there. Okay, let me just check the live chat. Nothing. Perfect. Oh, I don't mean perfect rude. I just mean like I didn't miss anything. Okay. So I thought we can do, sorry about that. I thought we can do how you call it? A seascape kind of? I don't know why I said kind of. A seascape. So I'm gonna make this lavenderish color with blue and crimson, phthalo blue and crimson. But here comes the big but. I'm also gonna add brown into it to tone it down because I don't want my color to be too vibrant. I want it to be more subdued, more. I don't know the art terms as good as you guys, but I understand what I mean in a way. So I have this nice lavender color, as you can see there. So since I ran out of green, you know what? No, I ran out. We'll say that. I'm gonna grab a little bit of blue and then grab cadmium yellow right here. It'll give us a nice green color. Now, pick that color up and let's add alizarin crimson to that color. So, as you can see, I need like a camera for my easel. Just mix up some red and some green. You can add more as you need to. I'm just mixing that off to the side because if I hold it up, I'm going to take 10 minutes instead of maybe like 3. I can do it pretty quickly. At least I think I can. Okay, now to that brown color, I'm going to add a little bit of midnight black just to darken that up a bit. So midnight black, just to darken it up. Not adding so much black or it's pitch black. And just add some brown in my blue. Adding until I think it's right. Just mixing up my paint. Really, you gotta be satisfied with the colors you mix. A little more blue. Now it's too basic. It almost looks gray. So just a little bit more blue. Phthalo blue is a strong color, so you gotta be careful with it. Okay. Come on. I'm not getting the color I want because I went too much relaxed on the tone. Now I want a bit more vibrant. That'll do. I'm satisfied with that. Let's add some of that color. I got this color. Some of that color on my 1 inch. Let's come up here and let's just decide where our water would be at. There. Try to get that line straight. It's not a big deal if you can't though. And just block in that water. Okay. I People always said you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it that way. I say as long as you get that paint on for the beginning, you should be fine. I don't think it's much of a big deal as people make it seem. Okay? There. So just adding that color, blend that harsh line out a little bit more. There. Maybe a little bit more over here. There we are. We're in business. Now, before I forget, I'm gonna add a little more black into that color. And I just want like a tree. I know I want a tree. Leaves fall off. Maybe somewhere right along here. I know there's gonna be some extra little land out there. Add a little bit of yellow just to turn this more green than blue so I could stand out. It's not too crazy. And just block in those colors. So a lot of the colors right now are not vibrant, and I'm doing that for a reason. I want all my vibrant colors towards the end. I don't want vibrant colors at the beginning because then I feel like it kills everything. No, let's go right along here. Shoot. Let's work on the seascape as of now. So I'm going to load my fan brush, the same brush I use for my clouds. Make sure you got full paint on both sides of your brush. And let's come up here and just go back and forth very lightly. Doesn't need any pressure. There we go. Just load up your brush every time you're gonna do it, and every time you feel like I might need to reload. There. Gotta make little noises, you know? They already find me weird everywhere I go. So might as well take advantage of that. I'm not saying weird is a good thing. Like you shouldn't strive to be weird. But I'm also not saying it's weird to be weird, if you understand what I'm saying. Like it's not bad to be weird. It just means you're different and makes you stand out from everyone else. Because if everyone's the same, then what's the point? We're all the same. I don't see no point in that. I like to think about it this way. I'm doing my thing. Everyone else is doing their thing. So let's just all mind each other's business and life continues. Because if you stress about so much about someone, you're gonna be stressing about it your whole life, and that's not the best life right there. The best life is you enjoying it, you doing what you love, no matter what someone tells you. Okay, now let's grab that and just kind of pull it back a bit, very lightly, kind of just diffusing it. There, there we are. Ever so lightly, ever so gently. Now, we're gonna come back and add more vibrant colors to make this stand out a bit more, but I don't want this painting to be too vibrant. I'm just going to add a couple extra colors, but it should look pretty similar. It shouldn't change much of this. Now, if you want yours to be bright and call attention, use pure phthalo blue for everything, and it'll call attention just anywhere. There. Just going back and forth ever so gently. Okay. Now, I knew I wanted a rock. So let me block that in. Maybe it lives. Right now, it's subdued colors. I don't even know what subdued is, and I'm saying subdued. It's just colors that are not vibrant. Cool colors, I think. But I just don't want anything to be too bright or call too much attention just yet. So I have that going on. Let me just, yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with adding more values, more colors, and all that. Maybe right around here. Just something small. Maybe right around there. There. There we go. But since the colors aren't too dark, aren't too vibrant, you can't see much of the white. So we're gonna need more vibrant colors to make it pop. I just like to think about it right now as I'm just blocking in. I'm not doing anything more, anything less. I'm simply just blocking in that color or that shape, and yeah, pretty much. So let's go ahead and let me grab my flat brush, a little bit of blue, a little bit of cadmium yellow, and load your brush up. And I think light would hit it right around here. There we are. Some light would come through because it's coming at an angle, really. There we are. Just block it in. Boop, boop, boop. And you're all good to go. Just a little bit more. Oh yeah. That will do it. Okay. A little bit of midnight black, just changing the tones really. And a little bit of yellow. I want a nice dark navy green, I could say. Just I just need a mid-tone. Something in between. Some light would hit over here because that tree right here is not blocking it. It's okay, I got a little green in that. Nothing will happen. But the light would start to get less and less towards the edges over here. Feels like a personal class. Almost, almost. Okay, a little bit of midnight black and just block it in and try to blend it. Blend it the most you can. And due to that liquid white, you can blend it so wonderfully. There. There we are. Now, I like to kind of lightly go over it just to even out. And a little bit cadmium yellow. Light would hit here and it would hit right around there. Just going back and forth really on deciding where a light would hit. And all I'm gonna do, lightly wisp it, and that's it. That is it for that grass section over here. We're gonna add more details, but as of now, for colors and values, that right there is good enough. So we can keep moving on and not have to focus too much on there. I talk too much, I know. Stay along with me. No. And I'm going to add some brown. Grab some brown. A little bit more red. And just block in. Maybe over here, block in a few little branches, leaves. We're gonna add a little bit of midnight black to that brown color. Just a little bit. Okay, that's like a nice mid-tone. Let's add more black. We need a shadow, a dark tone. Okay, that's good enough. Let's just grab those roots really and just boop, 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 boop. Okay, as you can see, the branch is starting to stand out a bit more. And let's come up here and just block it in there. Let's add a little bit of white to that brown and just boop, boop, boop. Not really thinking much, just adding values right now. I think there would be some nice rich shadows in there. There. Just sort of have something really. There, just wisp it. Okay. So we got that. Ooh, you gotta do the leaves. I almost forgot about that. A little bit of midnight black, a little bit of cadmium yellow, a little bit of phthalo blue. Just mix up crazy colors. Little tone down, little red. The best part you can start in is the middle because you can always go lighter or darker. But if you start here, it's gonna be a little more harder. So I want this side to be my light, of course, here, and it's like right in the center. And I want my other side to be like shadows. So we got that going on. Sort of just tap on like leaves and leaves that are just falling off. Leaves that don't stay for long. Little cadmium yellow. Wiggle that through the brush to come up here. There. There we are. Okay. And let's go through Midnight Black. Almost pure black, but little touch of green. I don't want pure black for shadows because then it looks flat almost. You gotta be able to add more darks, more lights. You don't want a flat painting. Trust me, I've been through many of those. I get tired of having paintings that look flat. Okay. I was hoping more people would join the live stream today because I was curious whether you guys wanted to me film the my 150th video, I believe, pre-recorded or how you call it, or live stream on Wednesday. I don't know, however you guys feel. Yeah, just using the corner of the brush, sort of just yeah. You can also shape it if you say, nah, that's too much, too much. Okay, let me show you. If you say this area is too much, you can shape that out to be part of the tree. Doesn't have to um doesn't have to be leaves falling off. Or think about it this way. You say, no, I don't want it that way. Okay. Let's grab here and we can say it's another little tree. I didn't think about that until right about 30 seconds ago. And I was trying to explain. There. And those could be another leaves that are falling off. Okay. And add a little bit crimson to my brush to get that nice brown color. A little bit of black. There. Just get that in. And we already have a basic idea that we want this to come down. We need something to support that land. There. Now, before I spend too much time on the trees and all that, welcome for the people who are joining. Rather than spending too much time on those trees, I want to spend more time over here in the water. just adding more color for it to pop. So a little bit of phthalo blue, just a little touch of black, very little compared to blue. Some white, don't want it too light. This is the blue I kind of came up with. We're gonna test it, compare it to the colors we have, and really see from there. If you're testing something, don't put it on all of them, just test it with one. There. Pull down very lightly. Now, I got my 2-inch brush. Just wipe it off. I have a napkin or shop towel, and just lightly pull it down. You can lift up very gently though. That's the most important thing. If you're gonna lift up, do it very gently. You don't want to destroy everything you have. There. Just pulling out just a little bit of that vibrancy. Don't want to add much over here because it does two things. It destroys that extra look to make it more interesting here, and also it's too much in the distance. I do want to have this blue out there, but I'm only doing it very little, and I'm going to fix it up again. So you guys, I'm just telling you how to do it, but you guys can decide, no, my painting needs this instead, and that's okay. There. Load up my fan brush. I'm using a number 6 fan brush. There. There we are. I think that's good enough. And when I add more white over there, it's gonna kind of calm down a bit. So let me just lightly pull down, very lightly. Yeah, it seems to work fine because that contrast looks wonderful. It's not too bright, not too dark. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with this. There. There we are. Boom. That simple. I know at the beginning it looked all dead, all pale, but everything comes together little by little. You just have to have confidence, but you can't be too confident either. It's like confidence and a little bit of worry, just a little bit. Okay, let me just beat the devil out of that brush very gently. There, lightly. Whew. Now, let me go into some titanium white paint, load my fan brush full of paint, and just right here. Shoom. Boom. That simple. That simple. There we go. I want to reinstate those borders, but we're gonna blend that backwards because if not, it's looking like it's going that way, and we want it to look like it's coming this way. It's hard to explain. I'm probably not the best to explain it, but you'll see right now in a moment. You'll see it, what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what I was saying is, this white, you gotta pull it backwards to make it look like the wave is coming from way back out there. And we're gonna add more details to it. You guys can decide how many details you want to add. But you can make it flat and curve up a bit, depending how much you want it to make it appear like it's going up. All up to you. Okay? And then very lightly, right around there, there's a mosquito trying to attack me. I don't know if I got it. I think I might be at my first loss. No, I'm kidding. There. Just something like so. There we are. Bada bing. Bada boom. We're back in business. Very lightly. Very, very lightly. Just pull down a bit. And I'm just pulling backwards and then going very lightly across. Okay? So we got that going. I gotta fix the ones in the back because I did add a little bit of blue. Now I gotta balance it out a bit. Even though it didn't look too bad, it's just some little spots. There. There we are. Oops. We had a little mistake. But nothing bad happens. We don't make major mistakes. That's the important part. There. Just fill it in a bit. As you can see, that area was the mistake, but it's fine now. Nothing to worry about. Okay. So, now what I want to do is add a little bit of that color out here. Just a little bit, but don't put it all completely. So let me see if I can show it better with the camera more zoomed in, because I want you guys to understand what I'm doing really. So I gotta lower this camera more. Hi Mark, how are you doing? Okay, notice how there's spots. Let me find my brush. Notice how there's spots right there where it's like that natural color underneath, and there's that vibrant color I'm putting on. I'm going to add white to make it look more, just to kind of piece it together a bit better. Okay. There. There we are. Now, I'm going to grab some white, load up my fan brush full with titanium white. I should have pulled up a chair and make it seem like that foam, just a little bit showing up there. And just lightly. Don't want to destroy all the values. We put them there for a reason. There we are. Okay? You have to look at it real quick, analyze where you want to go with things. A little bit of blue, white. Like when I say little bit, I mean little bit. I'll show you how light it looks. Boom. Oh, boom. It's like a gray bluish. Okay. There. Okay. Perfect. Lightly. Okay. Let me just wipe off my 2-inch and we'll beat the devil out of it. Beating the devil out of the brush or just beating the brush across your leg easel does damage the bristle, so I want to put that warning out, but it's really fun to do. So up to you guys if you want to risk your brush for that. It just damages the bristles. There. I'm never the best at seascapes, so usually when they turn out good is because I took my sweet time. Because if I try to rush a seascape, yeah, it's not coming out. It's gonna look weird. There. Sort of. I kind of got tired of doing seascapes with that big wave coming up. If you want to add a little bit of foam, feel free to. That's a nice add-on, but if you space it too much, then it looks a little weird. So it's kind of like you have to do it fast and kind of have that general idea where you're going. There. You can pull some of it down. There we are. There, perfect. Now it's starting to take shape, as you can see here. Let's go ahead, let's add in a couple little foamy area. That's how I call it, foamy area. And just there. You can also do this with the palette knife. These little details. There we are. There. Those details help kind of make it center attention right there. Okay. And let's add our foam right out here. All I'm doing is tapping upwards. Kind of have a loose stroke with it. Try not to tense up too much. Loosen up, even if you have to kind of do those weird looks where you're just like, ugh. Loosen up. You have to loosen up in order for this to turn out good. Because if you're all tense and it's not gonna look natural. It's not going to look natural. Oh my god, it's mosquito season over here with me. So I just see mosquitoes coming and passing by. 1 hour. Damn. Are we gonna top Hold on. I don't know if I. Nope, I didn't get it. Um, I was gonna say, are we gonna top um the hour and fifth? Well, was it out? No, it was like hour and 30 minutes that we did last Wednesday, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Now we have all this. It looks wonderful. A beach would have been easier because you don't have to worry too much, but it's okay. We got to do an interesting painting. That's why I say we're gonna do an interesting painting. Okay. A little bit of black, a little bit of brown, just a little bit up in the brush, a little bit of red. It's too much on the green side. I'm trying to grab that mosquito, but they're quick, man. They're quick. Okay. Shadows would hit there. Lights. Little bit of white, little bit of yellow. Just a little bit of both. There. Just kind of using only the corner of the brush, not really using much. There we are. There. There we are. The rock's not done, by the way. Like, you guys might think. Well, I doubt you guys think that. Okay, some of that light color right around here. Let me get some of that midnight black going. I need some shadows over here. There. Okay. And I need shadows for the leaves too. I'm behind for how much time I've been here. I've been here for almost an hour. I'm falling behind. There. I don't know why. Pre-recorded videos, I knocked them out pretty quickly. 30 minutes. It might go a little over at times and of 30 minutes. But with live streams, God, I take forever. You guys are like, I just want to go home. Well, you're stuck with me now. Okay. Just a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue. There. Boop, boop. And if you save the color of the sky when the painting dries, what you can actually do is just add in those light points so it looks like you're seeing through the tree. It's a little trick. Nothing crazy. Boop, 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 boop. I think that one needs a little white. Just to just for those highlights to stand out. Oh yeah, that looks better. Little blue though. Just a little bit. I just want the flavor of green. Doop boop 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 boop. Doop boop boop. Just make all the noises you may need to make. There's no shame. But I like to kind of like spin my brush for some reason. Like I'll start here and just spin my brush and end up on the other side. I don't know. It's It's a habit I have. There. Okay. Let me grab some more midnight black. And I'm going to need more shadows. My shadows are too light as to this one. So, more black. Okay, that's better. But you guys could use the 1-inch brush and just tap this on in a couple of seconds. I just chose, you know what, I'm going to use this technique today. And this technique takes longer. So, according to YouTube, I got copyrighted because I looked for a non-copyright version of Jurassic Park on YouTube, and YouTube flagged me down. Well, not flagged me down, but they said, hey, that's copyright, and they labeled my video copyright. So I know you guys aren't probably wondering, like, oh, why is that happening? But I just thought I would tell you guys what happened with YouTube copywriting me. So that's the story of last video. Just adding in a little bit here and there. Okay. Just add those values. Values are the most important thing. If your values are off, everything, it's not gonna look right. Okay. Sort of just blend that out. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let me grab a fan brush. This is an old fan brush. As you can see by the bristles, let me see if it focuses. There. You can notice how worn out that fan brush is. So just adding a little bit of white to it. As you can see, fully loaded. Let me add a little liquid white. I need little liquid white to be able to thin it out. And then just with the fan brush, pull down, tap down. It creates all those grassy effects there. So just load it up and just a little bit here and there. There we are. It looks crazy right now. So I think I should start speeding up a bit so I can wrap this up, because I want to start wrapping up. I want to let you guys enjoy this weekend and also let myself enjoy it. Okay. Let me grab a little bit um of alizarin crimson and sap green. Well, I don't have sap green, but just a little bit loaded up. And just add in a couple shadows in here. There. Couple shadows just of that. Just load it up. And I think just a little highlights here and there, just to indicate light would hit that. There we are. You know what? We're done with the rock. Who cares? I don't want to add too much detail. There. And then a little bit of blue and white. And just let everything come together. Just a few little things. And I think with that, we have a completed painting. It's a nice seascape with a couple trees on the side, and it just looks crazy. But when doesn't it? I really hope you guys enjoy this video, or live stream, I should say. Um, Try this painting out, and I think that's pretty much it for today. Uh, you guys could let me know in the comments if you want me to pre-record or do a live stream for the special of the 150th painting, I believe, on YouTube at least. Um, but I think that's it for today. Take care, everyone. See you in the next video or live stream.